Thank you for your time. My name is Betula, and this is Food for Thought. There's something I'd like to read to you. Those who are inspired by life can perform what would seem impossibilities to those under the destructive influence of fear. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Never give up work. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. If you are lucky enough to find love, remember it is there and don't throw it away. Stephen Hawking. There is something so unbelievably exciting about meeting individuals who share the same headspace. Everything is effortless and natural. You simply connect. It's fucking beautiful. A man on the scent of the White House is rarely rational. He is more like a beast in heat, a bull elk in the rut, crashing blindly through the timber in a fever for something to fuck. Anything. A cow, a calf, a mare, any flesh and blood beast with a hole in it. The bull elk is a very crafty animal for about 50 weeks of the year. His senses are so sharp that only an artful stalker can get within 1,000 yards of him. But when that rut comes on in the autumn, any geek with the sense to blow an elk whistle can lure a bull elk right up to his car in 10 minutes. If he can drive within hearing range, the dumb bastards lose all control of themselves when the rut comes on. Their eyes glaze over, their ears pack up with hot wax, and their loins get heavy with blood. Anything that sounds like a cow elk in heat will fuse the central nervous system of every bull on the mountain. They will race through the timber like huge cannonballs, trampling small trees and scraping off bloody chunks of their own hair on the unyielding bark of the big ones. They behave like sharks in a feeding frenzy, attacking each other with all the demented violence of human drug dealers gone mad on their own wares. A career politician finally smelling the White House is not much different from a bull elk in the rut. He will stop at nothing, trashing anything that gets in his way, and anything he can't handle personally, he will hire out, or failing that, make a deal. It is a difficult syndrome for most people to understand, because few of us ever come close to that kind of ultimate power and achievement the White House represents to a career politician. The presidency is as far as he can go. There is no more. The currency of politics is power. And once you've been the most powerful man in the world for 4 years, everything else is downhill, except 4 more years on the same trip. Hunter S. Thompson. The world is full of horrible things that will eventually kill you. Laughter is the best way to tell the universe, not today, you fucker. It is not the critic who counts. Not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement? And who at worst, if he fails, at least fails daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Theodore Roosevelt. Rumors are created by hating assholes and spread by fucking fools and accepted by stupid fucking idiots. Know your limitations and then defy them. Never stop growing and learning. Search for who you have yet to become. We stand today on the edge of a new frontier. The frontier of the 1960s, 2000s and beyond. A frontier of unknown opportunities and perils. A frontier of unfulfilled hopes and threats. The new frontier is here, whether we seek it or not. Beyond are uncharted areas of science, space, unsolved problems of peace and war, unconquered pockets of ignorance and prejudice, unanswered questions of poverty and surplus, which demand invention, innovation, and imagination, decision. I am asking you to be pioneers on that new frontier. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Beverly Sills. A man, woman who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Mark Twain. Music is a world within itself and a language we all understand. Stevie Wonder. First character, then ability. Shinichi Suzuki. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. Marcus Aurelius. A lot of people say that it's a lack of vocabulary that makes you swear. Rubbish. I know thousands of words, but I still prefer fuck. Billy Connolly. Music is religion for me. Jimi Hendrix. There are 2 rules for success. 1, never reveal everything you know. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Albert Einstein. I am searching for who I've yet to become. To test a man, determine how much it takes to make him lie. C.J. Langenhoven. To understand yourself is that of a discovery of creation. Pascal Mercer. Speak less, listen more. One thing I've learned in life is that I can speak for myself and that I can fight my own battles. I don't like anyone telling me how I'm supposed to feel or think or what I'm supposed to say. Hope Solo. To be a character is to maintain few qualities, nourish them to excess until they dominate and dictate all others. To have character is to have reliable qualities, to hold tightly to them through the temptations, to swerve and change. A person of character is neither bribed nor corrupted. He stands fast, is steadfast. Emily Rotary. Failure is the key to success. Each mistake teaches us something. Moria Yushiba. Takes a fearless, unflinching love and deep humility to accept the universe as it is. The most effective way he knew to accomplish that, the most powerful tool at his disposal, was the scientific method, which over time winnows, blowing winds, out deception. It can't give you absolute truth because science is a permanent revolution, always subject to revision, but it can give you a successive approximations of reality. Andrew Yan. I think we risk becoming the best informed society that has ever died of ignorance. Reuben Blades. Everybody needs beauty, places to play in and pray in where nature may heal and cheer and give strength to the body and soul alike. John Muir. Courage to me is doing something daring, no matter how afraid, insecure, intimidated, alone, unworthy, incapable, or ridiculed, or whatever other paralyzing emotion you might feel. Courage is taking action no matter what. So you're afraid. Be afraid. Be scared silly to the point you're trembling and nauseous, but do it anyway. Rochelle E. Goodrich. The human race is a monotonous affair. Most people spend the greatest part of their time working in order to live, and what little freedom remains so fills them with fear that they seek out any and every means to be rid of it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without, and no, we cannot live within. I use the word love here not merely in the personal sense, but as a state of being or a state of grace. Not in the infantile American sense of being happy, but in that tough universal sense of quest and daring and growth. James A. Baldwin. I'll die as I have lived, a free spirit, an anarchist, owing no allegiance to rulers, heavenly or earthly. Voltaire declared, forget the self and you will fear nothing. In whatever level of awareness you find yourself to be. Carlos Castaneda. That is what I have always understood to be the essence of anarchism. The conviction that the burden of proof has to be placed on authority and that it should be dismantled if the burden cannot be met. Noam Chomsky. The fact that we live at the bottom of a deep gravity well on the surface of a gas-covered planet going around a nuclear fireball 90 million miles away and think this to be normal is obviously some indication of how skewed our perspective tends to be. Douglas Adams. A system that values obedience over curiosity isn't education, and definitely isn't science. Sir Ken Robinson. Let yourself become living poetry. Rumi. Thank you for your time.